Hi all, this is Jose Garcia speaking. This is my first BOLDCASTMTG episode made in English. So if you see the hashtag 44 at the title or at the screen, it is because I have done 43 other episodes in my native language, that is Spanish, and this is the first time I try to make an English podcast. And it is for a really good reason. As you may know, and if you don't know, I'm gonna tell it you right now, I have been part of E.P.I.C Season 2. What is E.P.I.C? You may be asking. And I will say that E.P.I.C is the European Pre-Modern Invitational Challenge. This is the second season. We have been 10 contenders from 10 different countries from the European Union, from Europe, sorry. And I was selected as the Spanish contender. It was full of great players, just the part you have been able to see, and you can continue seeing because the finals, by the time I'm recording this, are still not played. But there is also a lot of people behind the scenes that have made possible the E.P.I.C to exist, to be what it is. And I would like to begin this podcast making a word for them, making sure that all of you know that there is not only 10 people and Gordon producing the streams, there are more people behind the scenes that have made it possible, and I want to thank to all of them. About the 10 contenders that have played that second season of E.P.I.C, we have had a really good selection between 10 different countries, as I have said before, including the godfather of the format, Mr. Martin Berlin, which at the moment I am recording this podcast, he is 5-0 in rounds and 10-0 in games. He has won the 4 matches of his pot, and he has also won the semi-finals without dropping a single game. It speaks to me a lot of what insane that man is doing cool things in his cool format. It also included the winner of the first E.P.I.C season, Niels. Also included Danny de Roeg with his bicycles from the Netherlands. Chris, sorry if I misspell any name or surname. I'm Spanish. As you can see, my English is finish to say the least, but I wanted to do it in English, so continue. Danny de Roeg, have told it. Chris Badersheim, a great guy, top 4 GP Flippy contender, European amateur champion of push-ups. I think so. If it's not true, now it's true. More people like Erka Prout Just, Jesper and his amazing guards. You may have seen it in the streams. You may have seen it in Facebook. He made a token for every one of us, representing our decks. If one of our decks contained tokens, he made a personalized token for that deck, and it was really amazing. If you haven't seen it, go check it out at Facebook, at the Pre-Modern International group of Facebook. There are some of the arts, showcased. There was also Giri, a great guy, Valerio from Italy, but living in Bristol. So his English is much better than mine. Well, that's the second to last reference to my English. I promise. I think I'm forgetting people. I'm forgetting someone. Who am I forgetting? Valerio, Giri. No, I think I have to tell them all. Well, myself from Spain. And I would like to talk the standings at the end of the pots were that in the pot A, as I said before, Martin was 4-0 and 8-0 at the moment, getting the first seed, and the second seed and the place for the semifinals was for Niels, because he got two games, two rounds. One round he lost, and one round playing Estasis he drew. And that draw was critical to make him to reach the 7 points to avoid the draws that were the cause that I did not reach the semifinals. We will get to that later. And on the pot B, the first seed was for Danny with a 3-0, and the second seed in a triplet tie at 6 points was for Chris due to a better tiebreaker in the round robin tournament. It counts the games won against the games lost, and he had one more game won than me. It would be relevant, and we will arrive it where we get to the rounds. By my rounds, I played the 4 rounds of the Epic in 2 episodes, doing 2 of them on week 2 and 2 of them on week whatever, because it was changed due to technical difficulties. So in 2 seasons I played my 4 games, and my first round was against Denny, and I was playing Mono Red Goblins. Why Mono Red? Because the tournament structure was 3 decks with unified pre-modern rules. So no more than 4 copies of any card that was not a basic land. And as I planned and failed to play elves at Epic, the green was picked as a color, and I wanted to play goblins. It's my pet deck. I always have fun while playing them, and wanted to play it no matter what. So Mono Red it was. The third deck, by the way, is the Sutured Rims deck, the Glass Cannon deck that puts 2 Phyrexian Dreadnoughts and a Sutured Ghoul in the graveyard as fast as the first turn in order to reanimate them with Shallow Grave or Corpse Dance to make a 1-turn kill, with a big plan that consisting in a Shrimp and a Stifle. That deck was played because I didn't had the cards to play Devourer. I really wanted to play Devourer at Epic, but I did not own a physical copy of the deck. I wouldn't be able to get the deck to play Epic, so I decided to play another combo deck that was fine with me, and it could not be Full English Breakfast, another pet deck of mine. By the same rules of Unified Pre-Modern, I couldn't play it because the Survival of the Fittest was at the Elves spot. So I begin my run against Danny with my 14. Yeah, you have listened correctly. 14 Goblin Luckies against his replenished deck. In that round, I have a very simple plan, but not an easy one to execute. I want to ideally put a Goblin Lucky in turn 1, and from there disrupt his lands. One of the benefits of being mono red is that I can make room for the 8 lands that mess the mana base of the rival, aka the 4 Rishadan Ports and the 4 Wastelands. So my plan was easy. Attack with the critters that I can place at the battlefield and disrupt his mana in order to don't get him to the 4 mana that destroys me, being it with a Parallax Wave, being it with a Replenish fueled by his attunements or his frantic searches. No, I don't want him to have 4 mana. By no means. No 4 mana. 4 mana means I play the game, but I have already lost if he reaches to 4 manas. In first game, I can win literally doing that. Goblin Lucky turn 1, hit, put a Goblin, Ringleader if I correct. No, Siggang, I think that was Siggang in first game. And from there, Wasteland, Rishadan Port, and go striking. He arrives to 4 mana. He begins to do his thing with Parallax Tide, Parallax Waves. But at the end, I can make the final points of damage once he's already stabilizing. And also there is a mistrigger by his part, considering the game at the moment because he forgot to take out a fading counter on a wave that make it all a little messy. It was really weird, it was really strange, it felt bad both for him and for me for not realizing it and for bringing the end of the first game, that was being epic by the way, to an end so weird. The second game, he can reach the 4 mana in a very fast way, just because he's on the play and just because he plays 6 soul lands, and he can take a wave that makes control of my creatures and also ends up playing a Opalescence that really destroys me, leaving me with only 1 out, that is the Singleton Anarchy out of the sideboard. As expected, the Anarchy didn't arrive at time and I lose the second game. But in the third game, and after a mulligan by Danny, I can play the turn 1 Lucky, and he has a response for the Lucky, but not in form of Swords to Plowshares, but in form of Stifle, in order to don't getting me put a Goblin from my hand in play. But I had the counterpart. I have my Red Elemental Blast ready in case he had a Blue Elemental Blast, or in that case an Stifle. So I can put a Goblin, I can play a Wasteland to sacrifice it and destroy his non-basic land, and from here he stacks on land and the game ends quickly. Later that day, I played against Jiri, playing his black-green mid-range, bottomless speed, call it whatever you want. I like to call it sopa de caracol. It is a joke based on the more aggro-ish version of that deck that is broccoli soup. Sopa in English is soup, and sopa de caracol is an old Spanish, well, not Spanish, but old song in Spanish, made at America. And against Jiri, I decided to play the Shooter's Dreams deck because he banned elves, a constant in that epic. Elves must be the best deck in the format by a mile because nobody wanted to face it. And not even my elves, but also the other elves decks played at the epic have been systematically banned. I think we have seen it only once, and was Chris against Danny, and Danny played the goblin, the elves, sorry. But for the most part, elves have been banned for epic. So I played the Shooter's Dream because goblins mono red against 3-4 engineered plagues, one infest, a number of smothers, blockers like ravenous rats. No. I felt that if my glass cannon could work well, spoiler, it did not, I could be more comfortable playing the combo deck than playing the goblins deck. And it was that, and the first game I won after mulligan to 4, keeping a hand with only one petal, if I remember correctly, and drawing the land at the second turn in order to do Swim and Stifle. He searched for an smother, he didn't find it, and I won the game. The second game was decided by 1 point of life. I was trying to find my combo, he was disrupting me, he was attacking me, and I was one piece away, one corpse dance or one shallow grave away to combo and win the round, but the combo arrived me after he attacked me and leaving me to 1. My lands in play were non-producing color lands, a underground river, and a polluted delta in my hand. So I couldn't fetch for black because I would die. I couldn't take black from my underground river because I would die. So I died. And in the third game, he controlled me well. I couldn't combo anyway. He discarded me. I tried to find my pieces and do my thing, but I did not do my thing and I lost. That brings us to the second season of play in Epic. Sorry. And it began facing no other than Chris Badesheim, playing Enchantress. I was hoping he played Enchantress because I didn't play Goblins and I played the combo deck, the Shooter's Dream deck, and against his other available deck that was Mono Blues Rims, it would have been a nightmare. Playing against Enchantress and playing against Chris was a nightmare in a in a play perspective. In the non-play perspective was awesome, an awesome guy, as all of my opponents. If I haven't said it, I say it now. That was a really pleasure to play against so amazing people. So here we are playing Soto's Dreams against Chris, playing the Enchantress deck just after LobsterCon happened, so we were aware that Enchantress is back on the menu, but the list is not the same as Ritsey or any others because that list was submitted at February, so I didn't have to face so many Parallax Tide, Parallax Waves, but I have to face a thing that is worse for that matchup, that is Elephant Grass. My plan was to try to combo fast and not letting him develop his game, and both games were exactly the same way. I was one turn, one draw ago from getting a winning position. In one of those games, I unmasked him and saw an Elephant Grass, so I proceeded to discard it, only to see how he draws, I think that looking through with a Mirror's Guile, the second Elephant Grass and puts it in play. And the second game took place a play that I have never done before with the deck, and that was curious to say the least. I was facing Elephant Grass and I couldn't attack with my Suited Ghoul because it's black, and the Elephant Grass don't let black creatures attack, but he lets attack with non-black creatures by paying 2 mana. So my game plan was to reanimate via Shallow Grave one Suited Ghoul in order to play my Shrimp from hand and sacrifice the Suited Ghoul to the Shrimp and let the Shrimp stay at the battlefield. Given 2 turns, I can win, but he also had Swords to Plowshares, so the game was over. I was left with only 1 Shrimp in the deck, and he had 2 more Swords to Plowshares in hand, so he proceeded to destroy me, as it has to be. And the last round of E.P.I.C was against Erka. Erka had a very curious and lovely choice of decks that included a Beggy Burn, so a burn with a green splash in order to play Spinning Sliver, Sylvan Library, Natural Ice, and so many cool things. That's a deck that I love, and I play less than I should. He also contained the Dr. Thief control, Mr. Dr. Thief, and another deck that I don't remember what was, but these 2 decks were so amazing in order to remember the third. Sorry. I banned the Beggy Burn deck because I was sure he was gonna ban elves, as it was, and I wanted to play elves, goblins against any of his 2 other decks, preferably against Psychatok, because I have played 5 to 6 times that matchup, and it's a matchup that I am very comfortable from the Red Army side. He is good at playing 1 by 1, he has no blockers, he needs a really expensive spells in order to get card advantage, and if he places 1 Psychatok in play, I can chum block all day long by the time that I am hitting him with the rest of my creatures. So I am very confident that I can make a good game playing goblins, and assuming that I'm gonna play Dr. Thief, and as it is, I play against Dr. Thief. There are two games. There are basically, as I have told 1 second ago, I can go playing my creatures. I can go tapping his lands to prevent him from having black while he has a stack in 3 lands for 2 or 3 turns. So I can go attacking. He tries to respond one by one, but he can also only play one spell per turn, and I can play one and tap one of his lands, or two and tap one of his lands. So the win comes, in fact, really naturally. And we come to site, and I want to comment one thing that I made on the site that I wasn't able to explain properly. Neither at the Epic interview after the match, nor the people who has asked me, and this, why did I put in Tormod's script? Well, I put in Tormod's script for one only and single reason. As I have said, one of the things that makes me feel that the pairing is comfortable for me is that I can block Zikatok for all day long, especially if I have a pile driver in game. But if I have not the pile driver, I can continue to blocking him with whatever creature I cast. There is 2 cards in his deck that prevents that plan and that reverses it in order to get one attack that kills me. There are Shadow Rift, and I have the Red Elemental Blast, Pyroblast in order to respond it, and there is Wonder. Wonder is a problematic card for me, at least as how I say the pairing, because he can give Dr. Thief flying, and I cannot block a single creature with flying. So I put in the Tormod scripts even if it seems incorrect due to that single card. The second game, as you have listened, go by the route of me controlling the game, taking a really controller role against Zikato, not being fast, not exposing to a single plague, not being rush, being patient, letting him put Zikato in play in order to block me, not attacking into his blocks because he could kill my creatures and survive, and only attacking when I can kill one of his Zikatoks and the next turn kill the second one by cycling a gemstone. I don't know how is it said in English, sorry. Gem Palm Incinerator, sorry. To make the cost clear, to put him on 6 or 7 lives and giving him 1 turn to win me, or to reverse that battlefield position. He can't, and the game ends on that spot. So I end Epic with 2 wins with Goblins, my beloved Epic Red Army, and 2 losses with Sutured Shrimps, a deck that I enjoy to play, but has demonstrated be more much glass cannoned than I thought that it was shown me before the Epic. It may be because a short time to try it, and also showing me his kindness and not his bad faces, but that's what it is. The important for me at that tournament was not winning, was what has happened. That was meeting a lot of amazing people, not only the players I have said before, but also all the outstanding people that has made it possible, as William Hurst, as Jens Jaeger, and Tom Jans, Gordon Anderson, everyone implied in Epic being epic are epic. So, and as I have said, if against Chris I had won one game, maybe, only maybe, I could have advanced to semifinals. We will never know. I am not worried of it at all. I have had a very, very great time being part of Epic. And I just want to say that if you haven't seen the finals, because there will be, if I'm incorrect, there is June the 3rd at approximately 1930 European time, Central European time. Go watch them. There will be a special structure because it won't be the best of 3 games, but it will be the best of 3 matches. All 3 decks of both of the players, Danny and Martin, will be selected in a space A, B, or C, and then Martin's A will play against Danny A, Martin's B will play against Danny's B, and if there is a third match, Danny's C will play against Martin's C. I hope you all watch the stream, enjoy the stream, leave your comment, leave your support to Wag Wag, making it possible, also to William Hurst and his I've Got Questions podcast, Patreon, and articles. Such an amazing guys doing such an amazing work must be rewarded in some way. And to end, I only want to say that if you have arrived to here, make me know at the commentaries if, as reference, I told you my English is that bad, or if you can understand what I am saying, and if you want more English episodes of BOLDCASTMTG, or if I stay at my comfort zone and I only do it in Spanish. And for all of you that don't know me, I usually end the podcasts saying one phrase, and it will be an adapted phrase to that episode. Go, go, go. And Chris.